So, let's talk about Kim Davis, the former county clerk from Kentucky who made national headlines for refusing to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples back in 2015. You probably remember the story. She claimed God's authority stopped her from signing off on what she called unbiblical marriages. But here's the thing. That argument falls apart the moment you look at her own life, her job, and what the Bible actually says. After the Supreme Court legalized same-sex marriage nationwide in Obergefell versus Hodges, every county clerk in the U.S. was required to issue marriage licenses equally, no exceptions. But Davis refused. She shut down marriage licenses entirely in her county rather than let same-sex couples marry. That decision landed her in contempt of court, jail for 5 days, and eventually in multiple lawsuits from the very people she denied. Now, here's where it gets interesting, and honestly, kind of hypocritical. Davis based her refusal on biblical values. Yet the same Bible she cites also forbids things she personally does all the time. Let's break that down. The Bible forbids divorce and remarriage in Luke 16:18. Kim Davis has been married 4 times. Leviticus forbids wearing clothes made of mixed fabrics. She, like literally everyone today, wears polyester blends. Those same Old Testament laws also forbid eating shellfish and touching women during menstruation. So it's not about following the Bible. It's about picking and choosing which verses to enforce based on personal comfort. When couples sued her, Davis argued that her religious freedom should protect her from having to issue licenses. But here's what the court said, and it's worth remembering. When you're a public official, your job isn't a religious ministry. It's a public duty. Your personal beliefs don't override someone else's constitutional rights. The Sixth Circuit Court ruled she was personally responsible for violating those couples' rights. And this year, in 2025, the Supreme Court refused to hear her appeal. In other words, the highest court in the land said, no, you can't use religion as a shield to deny equal protection under the law. This case isn't just about one woman and a few marriage licenses. It's about what happens when personal faith collides with public responsibility. You can believe whatever you want. That's protected. But once you hold public office, you serve everyone, not just people who share your faith. If a law conflicts with your beliefs, your options are simple. Follow the law, seek an accommodation that doesn't harm others, or step down. You don't get to weaponize religion to deny people rights that are already protected by the Constitution. So yeah, Kim Davis became a symbol, not of religious integrity, but of selective morality. She ignored huge portions of her own scripture while using a few cherry-picked verses to justify discrimination. And the courts made it clear. In America, your beliefs are yours, but the law belongs to everyone. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into stories where law, religion, and hypocrisy collide. This isn't about hate. It's about holding people accountable to the same standards they claim to live by. Thanks for watching.